All right, so let's just jump right into it, man. The Best Man Holiday opens up number 2 in the theaters, shocking everybody except for the two of us in the studio and probably all of you guys. But how did the sequel come about after 14 years? Was it something that you always knew you guys were going to end up doing, or did it just kind of come out of nowhere?
It kind of came out of nowhere. Basically, in 2011, I never thought that there could really be a sequel to the movie because the movie was called The Best Man, and you have a best man at a wedding.
Right.
So I really never thought of what the sequel would be. And then in 2011, Malcolm Lee, the writer-director, took us all to dinner. I only went because it was free food, but he took us all to dinner. And he was telling us about potential storylines, and he got our feedback. And then he went away and he wrote the script. He came back with the script. I thought the script was great. Then he submitted it to the studio, and the studio didn't greenlight it right away because the studio wanted it to be just like the first one, because sequels are pretty much just like the first one, but probably in a different city.
Right.
You have The Hangover here, then you have The Hangover in Tokyo, So, but Malcolm's vision was different. He wanted a different movie, and we went in and we read for the studio. We put on the whole song and dance for them. They greenlit the movie, and here we are.
Now, in The Best Man, going back to the original, Lance and Harper, obviously your character, Lance Sullivan, hit a bit of a rough patch and a crossroads in their friendship after the whole book and Unfinished Business comes out. Now, is that a relationship that continues to be repaired in The Best Man Holiday, or does it get worse?
That's a great question because I don't really want to give it away. It's a relationship that it fluctuates. It goes up, it goes down, it goes up, and it goes down, and it ends up in an okay place.
Now, if you watch the trailers, you notice that it kind of looks like Shelby's angling to get Murch back after he hooked up with Candy. Is that what we're seeing, or is it just Shelby being Shelby?
It's Shelby being Shelby. I love Shelby because Shelby is right now. When this movie opens up, she's part of the housewives of, I think it's someplace in, I don't know, New Hampshire or something like that. And she's always angling. She's always, she's kind of like Quentin's character, Terrence Howard. She's always kind of fanning the flames. Okay. And that's definitely what she's doing in this movie.
So I've been seeing your name all over my Twitter feed and your pictures, obviously. What does it feel like to have women just gawk over you and to be that good looking? I mean, my mom even called me. She's like,
I don't really look at it that way. I just look at, I appreciate, to be honest with you, just all the support because obviously I've been in this industry, since Boyz in the Hood was like 20 years ago. So to do a film 20 years ago that resonates with people and has an effect on people like that, and then to have this film come out and people to laugh and cry and still relate to the character, the only way I'm able to do that is because of my fans out there. And so I just truly appreciate everything, and I just want to continue to try to live up to the expectations and put out good material and just be the best that I can as an actor. So when they do come to a movie, they're not disappointed.
I'm glad you mentioned Boyz in the Hood because that kind of leads into my next question, how you and Nia Long kind of shared a big break in your careers with Boyz in the Hood. What's it been like reconnecting with her throughout the years for the different films you guys have done?
Yes, we were talking about that. On set. We were reminiscing a little bit about what it was like in Boyz in the Hood, and she goes, and Morris, now you're just a full-grown man. And then I'm looking at her, with her nice figure and her beautiful self, and I'm like, and you are definitely a full-grown woman. It's great, for she and I to be a part of those two things together. It's a great connection that we have.
How many people still call you Ricky Baker?
I get that on a daily basis. They don't say Baker. They do the elongated Ricky. Whenever I'm going somewhere, and like I say, to be a part of films like that still resonate. 20 years. That film was 20 years ago. I've had films that come out in 20 minutes after people don't remember.
Right.
So it's just great to be a part of it.
All right, we'll go back to The Best Man Holiday. One more question, and then we'll let you go. I read that Sanaa Lathan said the first time that the ladies in the movie saw the New Edition dance scene was when it was filmed. Now, how fun and nerve-wracking was that scene to do for you guys?
Well, it was nerve-wracking for me. because we were rehearsing. Malcolm did not want them to see it,
right?
Because he wanted to get the true reactions on film. So the first time that they saw it, the camera was on them. But we rehearsed. I had to rehearse that a lot because Harold Perrineau, he's from the Alvin Ailey dance school, and Tay, did on Broadway. He's a multi-talented guy. I had to really work at it. I'm from like the Alec Haley dance school, so I had to really, really work at it. So, and Terrence just didn't rehearse. He just didn't show up. But it was a lot of fun. We had a great time getting the moves down and just putting on the jackets and then performing. I see why musicians love what they do.
How many takes did you guys have to go through to get to nail it?
Well, we were actually, and we had it down because we really only had 2 days.
Right.
Our schedule was so impacted to where we really couldn't find the time to where we could all get together and do it. So they scheduled a Saturday for us to get it down. And we rehearsed it one Saturday. I actually went back on Sunday because I still didn't have it yet. And then on that Monday, we hit it.
That's awesome. It's such a phenomenal scene in that movie, and it's something that literally just brings tears to your eyes because you're laughing so hard. That's a great thing. We had a great time with that. No, that's awesome. The Best Man Holiday in theaters right now. Make sure you guys go and check it out. Morris, we appreciate you joining us on the show today.
Thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it.